Sorry I took so long, but here is my 2024 predictions from P20 to 1. So let's start right off. 20th place, I have. Wait, what? Last, I think K-Mag will be last. I just don't think the Haas is going to be very good, and Hulkenberg is going to do better in K-Mag. So I just think K-Mag's going to finish last. I'm sorry. 19th, I have Hulkenberg not being far off. Hulkenberg's good at qualifying. Also, I did watch testing today, but I'm not making a video on that. I'll make a video probably tomorrow, or maybe on the third day. Probably the third day. But yeah, 18th, I have Joe Guanyu. I just don't think that state car is going to be very good. I also am doing the constructors later on. 17th, I have Bottas not doing very much better. I know they're kind of Adam and Eve here. I mean, they kind of Noah's Ark here. 16th, I have Logan Sargent. He's going to have a much better season. He's going to score some more points. I think the season, I was looking, he's going to take this as like his real rookie season. Since he was brought into F1 kind of early. Yeah, P15, I have Albon. I don't know. I see another team being better than Williams, but they're still gonna be pretty good. Albon's still gonna score majority of the points, of course. P14, I have Tsunoda. He's not gonna beat Ricardo, but he's gonna do well in that RB. 13th, I have Gasly. Yes, I actually have Ocon to beat Gasly. Speaking of Ocon, there he is, P12. Yeah, I just think Ocon's gonna be better this season. Ocon's gonna find, yeah, he's gonna go warm mode, but also I just think these are gonna be really close. Also, the points on the right hand side over here mean nothing. I just kind of set them in so they could be higher. But I think it's gonna be very close. Anyways, P11, that leaves Daniel Ricciardo. I think Daniel Ricciardo's gonna have a good season. He's gonna show how good he truly is. And he's probably gonna get that Red Bull seat in 2025. I imagine. Not breaking into the top 10. It can only be one man, but Lance Stroll. He's gonna have a way better season than last year, though. He's gonna have a way better season. I think he's gonna score more points. Well, even if he scores more points, he's just gonna score more points consistently. Like, way more consistent. He's not allowed last shot of his trainer like last year. I think he's gonna have a generally pretty good year. Alright, P9, Oscar Piastri. Sorry, McLaren fans, but this is probably the biggest driver to team gap on the grid. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Not saying that Oscar is bad. I think he have a better year than last year. He might even get a win or two. I guess we'll have to see. P8, I'm gonna go with Fernando. Aston is gonna be decent, but not as good as last year, of course. Fernando may even get that win, but I already predicted that he's not gonna get it, so. P7, I have George Russell, the first of the Merc boys. Yeah. He's gonna be the leader of the team in 2025, but I think the car is gonna be suited to Lewis. But George will have a much better season. He's probably gonna be more consistent, top 5 finishes, maybe. P6, I have Carlos Sainz. He's going to be leaving Ferrari this year, so he's going to want to do as good as he can. And Carlos isn't that bad. As we always say, he's the only non-Red Bull winner last year. But he's going to be leaving Ferrari. The car is suited against Charles Leclerc, so I don't think he'll obviously do as good as Charles. P5, Lando Norris. Now, this is the biggest driver gap on the entire grid. Lando have a better year. I don't know why I put him this far down. Probably should have put him like P4 or P3, but it is what it is. Up there it's going to be pretty tight, so. Lando should definitely get that race win this year. If he doesn't, I think it's kind of a fill season. But McLaren are going to be pretty good, very good. P4, Sergio Perez. Yes. I think Perez is going to have, he finishes P4, but I think he's going to have a stinker of a year. And he may even be out by preseason. but I think in 2025 he's not going to have the seat. P3, I have Lewis to finish P3 again. I think Lewis is going to have a solid year. Actually, I guess Lando and Lewis and Russell are the furthest drivers from each other. But I think Hamilton is going to definitely get a win this year, at least, I hope. Also, I put these down before testing, so all testing was today didn't really have anything to do with this, because I made these predictions before. Well, there's only these two people. Number 2, Max Verstappen, just kidding, Charles Leclerc. Leclerc definitely has something to prove. He's going to be very good. He's going to be very aggressive, I feel. He's going to get wins, hopefully, and not just pole positions. Like, the Ferrari, this goes to kind of preseason testing too, but the Ferrari looks pretty decent, actually. I love that he can maybe go for some wins. Anyway, it's not at least one person. We all know who's going to win the championship. Max Verstappen. I don't think it's going to be as big as a gap like Tam and Paris last year. But he's going to win it all, of course. Because why wouldn't he? He's mad. Alright, now we're going to the constructors. Okay, I'm just going to say the bottom 2. Haas and State. You can kind of calculate it from my driver predictions. Haas, State, 9th. I don't see them finishing anywhere else. I think Williams is going to finish 8th. It's still going to be a good season for them. But I think they're going to finish 8th because every team just did better. P7, I think Alpine are going to drop to P7. This goes from my prediction that they're going to drown. Yeah, I think they're going to drop down to P7. They're going to be pretty close to this team that overtakes them, which is Race, Visa Cash App, RB, Racing, both, whatever. Of course, they have the Red Bull cars. Well, basically, it's the Red Bull cars, so I think they should do pretty well, point finishes every now and then. I don't really think they're going to get a podium. Yeah, P5, I have Aston Martin. Aston Martin, it's not that they're going to be bad, it's just that everyone else is going to be better. There's certain teams like Aston Martin and Williams. That's like, everyone else is just better. The Williams is going to be ahead of Haas and Sauber, but everyone else is just better. The same thing with Aston Martin. Now P4. I don't know if you think it's going to be Mercedes. Not by a lot. P2 to P3, to P4 is going to be really tight. But yeah, I just think Mercedes, they might lose by like 10 points or so, but you're not saying they're bad. It's just like, obviously it's going to be tight and someone has to go somewhere at the end of the day, and I think Mercedes is going to be 4th. They should get some wins. Now P3, I'm going to go with Ferrari. Going to get some wins. Of course they're going to get pole positions. Who's Ferrari for at least a pole year? They're going to get some wins. See these points that I have here? It's going to be pretty tight. Anyways, P2 have Red Bull, just kidding, McLaren. Of course, going to get some wins, hopefully. Lando's just going to be going into his prime, so I think McLaren's going to finish P2. And of course, P1 is Red Bull. Yeah, Red Bull's obviously going to dominate again, as they should. But yeah, those are my rankings. They're pretty obvious. But yeah, what are yours? Tell me in the comments. I'll be here listening. Yeah, I can't wait. New season of F1. Testing's slowly going on. I'll probably make a video tomorrow on testing. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later.